I apologize. This video, the first in this Let's Play, it's gonna have no audio from my microphone because for some reason, even though I was recording, it didn't. So this first one will be a voiceover. I most likely will have it figured out by the second video, which will probably be soon because I'm having a blast getting filtered. But I will be chiming in. You'll probably be hearing me talk this entire video. But, like I said, I am deeply sorry. But this is my first time ever playing Dark Souls, like, entirely. You can see here, I'm going through the EULA, basically being told that I can't claim Dark Souls as my own, I can't, bash other people for not being into the game. Stuff like that. But I wanted to play the game for a really long time. And I went to my local GameStop, which was where I work. Haha, funny. And for the longest time, I kept seeing Dark Souls 3, and I thought, well, I'm gonna pick that up eventually, I'll make some videos on it, I guess. But then this kid came in, and he traded in the Dark Souls trilogy, and it's you can look it up on eBay, whatever. It's literally just a European set of the three first games. You have Dark Souls 1 Remastered, Dark Souls 2 The Scholar of Sin, and then Dark Souls 3 The Fire Fades. In fun news, I learned that PEGI games do in fact run on American systems because I've got an American PS5, and this is a PEGI version of Dark Souls 1. But what you're going to see me go through here is, I assume, the character creator and initial setup of basically the game. God, I'm still pissed off that it didn't record audio. It doesn't feel nearly as genuine. But I'm gonna enter my name, my actual person name. I'll let you see what I choose. I had a thought process, and I was saying it as I was making the character. But the thought process pretty much is, through Elden Ring, I did a sorcerer, a mage build. So I was debating on going through that build again, in which I ended up choosing sorcerer in the end. I was debating between the two. I was comparing their base stats. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing here, reading descriptions. I think I choose the Master Key as my gift. I choose a large physique. Yeah, look, still debating classes. I think this is where I decided pretty much where I'd be going for sorcerer. Yeah, that's pretty much where I decided I'd be going for sorcerer. Yeah, I go through a bunch of gifts, and I decide on Master's Key. I do read all of them, though. And I'm glad I didn't pick binoculars, because I ended up finding binoculars in the graveyard. Which, if you played Dark Souls 1, I imagine you know where the graveyard is. I'm going to go through, and I am going to cut to the next big thing. And then I'll talk about it then. I switched to a different headset because the mic quality was bumming me out. So this is where the game drops you after a 10-minute cutscene. So here I'm reading the messages, which probably throughout the Let's Play I'll stop doing. But you know that this is the beginning area, you want to learn as much as possible. Here I attack my first enemy. I think I did more damage to the wall than I did to that undead. Here I am reading more messages. Once again, doing more damage to the wall than the undead. This is where I learned to dodge roll. Look at me go. I do not forget how to dodge roll. That
I just learned that there is no invincible frames on the dodge roll. Also, there's queued inputs, which means that you can't cancel an animation. I learned that the hard way. Hey, here I am. I made a quick joke about coming out here. Would have been funnier the first time. Oh, this is where the game threw me at a first bonfire, which I recognized because I've seen memes of the bonfire. But here I am, fixing to encounter the Asylum Demon for the first time. This is where I first encountered my first bloodstain, where I watched this guy get absolutely destroyed, and I said, "Get over." Read that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight this thing." So then, see, like, using my dodge roll effectively, I'm only doing 2 damage per hit. You know, using my dodge roll effectively. Get hit for the first time there. You know, because I decided that it might be a good idea to fist fight this thing. So, you know, still doing 2 damage per hit, and get hit again. I think this is where I decide that, nope. I see that exit over there, and I'm like, nope. Yeah, this is where I decided I don't want these anymore. And upon reviewing the footage, I could have just dodge rolled through that pot and dealt with it. And for the sake of making this video shorter, because uploads take forever with my internet, I am going to cut into the next bit of combat, which isn't too far. You're about to watch me get from South Fox Freddy and Boulder. I just thought that was funny. Back to skipping until something interesting happens. So this is where I stepped back into the boss arena for the Asylum Demon, and I thought, well, now I've got a wizard staff because one of the cannon fighters dropped it, and then I threw it at him, and then he was like, nope. And that's when I learned that my boy's got hops. This is the actual first time I died in the playthrough, and I was feeling pretty cocky, so this was a pretty good filter. I do want to preface that I am playing on PS5, so if you're wondering why all the load times just kind of don't exist, that's because I'm running it off of an SSD. I do end up running back and trying to fight him again. Earlier, the game did warn me that enemies respawn after a bonfire, so watching me pause on that stairway, I had assumed that it classified the boulder as an enemy because it does damage to you. It's an entity that does damage. Thankfully, it does not. You can see me here encountering what I called a cannon fire earlier again. And here I am blocking the arrow. And I did go into that little walkway down there, kill the guy. He didn't give me anything, so I didn't feel like it was worth mentioning. Drinking a useless flask. I'm grabbing my souls back. And this is where I decide, you know, can I survive this fall? Can I survive this fall? Yes. Yes, I can. And then I immediately dodge roll because he throws an attack out. And that managed to work out. Here's where I decided to use my soul arrows. I'm like, is this going to do a lot of damage? Compared to my dagger, yes. So I decided to spam that. Because mage build. I'm not very good at aiming it just yet. I hit him in the foot there, and he hit me in the ass. So, here he is, showing me who's boss. Here I am, effectively using the dodge roll, which is nice. Good to see that. Here I am, spamming the soul arrow move, because I'm a mage build, and that's what I do best. I'm gonna miss a good bit of them, so get used to seeing that for this boss fight. Here I am, dodge rolling some more, because, you know, that's the whole point of this game. For a little bit, he just started follow me around instead of hitting his attacks, instead of, trying to attack. So I was panicking a little bit because I was afraid that he would absolutely smash me. But then I realized he was going for a close quarters attack. Yeah, missing a lot of those. I get better at it, and here I kill him. This is where I get the key for the door, and this is where I get a humanity, which I learned at a later point that actually humanity heals you a large amount. It's like a single-use Estus flask. Here, I'm watching this guy get skill issued, and then I open the door. Alright, well, back to skipping until something fun happens. So, big old bird came by. I'm one of the chosen. We landed in Lordran, and we are at the Firelink Shrine. And here the game lets me use the souls I gathered from the Asylum Demon, which I put into Vitality and Strength, I believe. I think I put a little bit of... No? Yeah, I put some of it into Strength, and I think I put some of it into Dexterity. Well, no, Dexterity, but Intelligence. Because I remember from Elden Ring that Intelligence increases your magic damage. Yeah, so now I'm level 6, which is okay. Here I am exploring. Talk to this guy for a little bit. I will once again skip until something fun happens. Alright, so this is where I first encounter the skeletons that inflict bleed. And I figure out they inflict bleed the hard way. I'm healing, dodging. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. And then they inflict bleed, and it literally, I kid you not, I got stuck here. And this is actually, the rest of this playthrough is just, I kid you not, just 14 minutes of me dying to skeletons. So, I'm not going to force you to watch that, but I will kind of speed through it a little bit. Well, actually, I'm going to force you to watch it, but I'll speed it up. At the end of it, I managed to kill a whopping 2 skeletons, and that's where I decided to leave it, because, 1, I do have to work today. 2, the video was already 45 minutes before I started. And I think I know why my mic didn't record at first, so the next video should probably end up being 45 minutes-ish long, because that's the kind of playthrough length I want to go for. So I am probably just going to end up splitting this clip and making it making it at least 2 times as fast, so you can watch me get filtered by cannon fodder. But to reiterate what I said at the beginning of this video, I am really sorry that you didn't get to catch me in my first experiences with this game. However, I still get to experience, I imagine, a very good bit of this game. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And I have all 3, so there's a lot of Dark Souls to come in the future. Without further ado, I want to thank you so much for tolerating my mistake. I am 85% sure I know how to fix it. But I will for sure fix it before I come back for part 2, which is coming soon, because I'm having fun, even though I'm getting filtered by little baby enemies.